Hello, DCP. Welcome back to another video. This is Miss Grant. I'm the Alumni Success Counselor. And today we're very excited to have two awesome alumni with us. And I'm going to go ahead and have them introduce themselves.
I'm Jesus Velazquez. I'm a DCP alumni from Alumni High School, and I graduated in the year 2019. And I am currently majoring in biochemical engineering.
My name is Noela Azizaj, and I graduated from DCP El Primero in 2017, and I major in human development.
I chose UC Davis because at the time I had heard that the College of Engineering was really good from the other universities that I got accepted to. And at the same time, I really wanted to go to a bigger school because I had been going to, small charter schools most of my life. And so when I saw that UC Davis was a pretty big campus and that everyone was, super nice there, I just really decided that UC Davis was the place to go.
For me, I decided to go to UC Davis only because they offered a really great financial aid my first year, and I was able to not pay as much as any other school that I got accepted to. But I think after time went by, I was really glad I chose UC Davis because it was really supportive of their students, and they offered so many things, and I was like, oh wow, this was a great choice. So I was pretty happy with my choice.
The atmosphere that is at UC Davis. You would go to class, or whenever you would go to class, there were always people just sitting in the grass, talking. And everyone was just really supportive, really nice. Professors just, were always pushing you to do your best. And I think that's what I enjoyed a lot at UC Davis.
At first, because I was oh, there isn't going to be much of a exciting life I'm going to live there in a sense. I was oh, there isn't going to be any parties or anything. But it was kind of not true because every weekend or there was something to do. Even a school would organize festivals or something, and it was always packed, or they always had soccer games or basketball games or something where you were to join. So I was oh wow, this is pretty fun. Even though it was such a small town where it's just college students and nothing else, it was still pretty exciting.
I would definitely recommend living on campus. Those first 2 quarters were definitely the best. I'm honestly sure that if I hadn't been in the dorms, I wouldn't have probably met anyone in the amount of time that I had. Dorms are really, they're really fun to have. You have your residence advisors that are always doing, these activities for you in the lounges. Friends usually just come up to you, or they knock on your door while you're doing something just to hang out with you. But at the same time, you also get to enjoy the campus a little bit better. I lived right next to the cows, so every once in a while I would just go to I would go with the cows and I would just hang out with them, or just go play some soccer with some of my friends.
Well, since I've lived in both on campus and off campus, I liked on campus more. Once I started living off campus, I was oh dang, it was a huge change because I used to live in Segundo. So that was really close to all the shops. Oh my God, let's all go downtown. Any time of the day, it didn't matter. At 3 a.m., 2 a.m., it didn't really matter. But when you live off campus, you're not given that choice anymore. You're oh man, it's 6 p.m. The buses stopped running. I guess we have to stay home. And so it was I liked on campus a lot more because there was a lot more activities to do, and you weren't stuck at home all day. So
I started working at a very young age with my dad, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with my dad. It did teach me a lot of things that I wanted to do, but it also made me realize that I don't want to keep doing this forever. With him, it just made me realize just how important my education really is for me, and how much I am going to benefit from it in the future.
At one point in my when I first started college, I was oh, this isn't worth it. I don't want to do it anymore. And I was you know what? I can just find a low-paying job and just climb up the ranks. And I think it was my dad who kind of pushed me. He was well, you can't keep thinking for having you don't want to have the lowest. You want to go even higher than what you originally think about. And that's what made me keep pushing. And at the same time, it's when you get older, you want to be happy when you do your job. You don't want to be all sad and gloomy. That's what it is for me. That's what's pushing me. I'm oh, okay, you know what? I will like my job that I'm gonna get in the future. I won't be.
just work hard, apply yourself in your studies. I worked hard. I applied myself to my material, and because of that, Davis offered me a very good financial aid packet to the point where, I have so much financial aid that I get money in return, and that's how I'm able to pay off some of like the apartment that I'm going to be going to next year. And like it offers you so many things like internships, opportunities, like I said, financial aid, and
For me, I guess it's also working hard. Like everybody told me to work hard. Like, why do I have to listen to them? I know what I'm doing. But and people would be like, oh, I took this class or I took this class. And I was like, what class is that? Like, where, what? And then, like, everyone there is not first gen, like, how majority of us are. Like, everyone there has had, like, families who go to college, who have went to college and know how to, like, maneuver throughout that. So, for someone who hasn't been to college or like know what it's like, it's really difficult because it's like, oh, I don't know what these people are doing and I don't know what to do. But if you put like your mind to it, like, and you study hard, like it's gonna become so easy and you're gonna be like, oh wait, that wasn't that bad.
Thank you both so much. You both really hit, I think, a lot of the challenges that we face as first generation students, right? So again, Noela, Jesus, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you, and we are wishing you the best for this new quarter. And for DCP, thank you for tuning in. We hope you liked the video. Please, please, please reach out to your advisors, to your counselors if you have any questions about college. Ms. Garcia at Alum Rock High and Ms. Torres at El Primero. And we're going to be bringing you another super exciting video next week. So stay tuned.